We steered ourselves back on course yesterday with some good performances and some good victories. Today we hope to continue that course and full speed ahead towards the Premier League title and the Champions League knockout stages. We start with Brighton away, then 3 days later CSK Moscow in obviously a must-win Champions League game, and then Tottenham at the end of November before we head into December. We'll probably sim that game against Nottingham Forest, actually, especially considering it's a home game. And then we'll head into December in tomorrow's episode. Hopefully continue what I hope will be a good episode today. We'll have our press conference here tonight. Sanchez is in good form. I am going to rotate to play this Brighton game so that my full strength 11 is available to play for the Champions League game. Our momentum certainly isn't dropping in the Premier League, but I need to prioritise the Champions League at this particular moment. I will have more opportunity to turn around a disappointing result in the league than I will in the Champions League, although that side certainly should be strong enough to see off the threat of Brighton. One thing I'm curious about, actually, have Swansea... No, Swansea have not yet gotten themselves a point. Also, they've only gotten one goal still in 12 games and conceded 32 goals. Oh, Brighton. They're threatening... Derby County's record of 11 points in the Premier League. Brighton are 19th, so you'd like to think, just as was the case with the Swansea game recently, this should be pretty straightforward, but it's never that simple in the Premier League, so we shall probably have to work for it. The way Brighton are lining up is just a straight 4-4-2. Matthew Ryan in goal, Yapi, Catena, Duffy and Bernardo. Ben Brereton out wide, Till, Baluta and Solly March with Mope and Patania up top. Ben Brereton is pretty damn quick, if my memory serves, as is Solly March, to be fair. I would have expected Brereton to start up top, but also would have expected Mope to be higher rated. I don't know much about their other striker, so we'll wait and see how he plays. Certainly one big man, one little man, as you can see towards the middle of the pitch right now. But we'll wait and see how this Brighton team plays. They obviously aren't having the best of seasons so far, sitting 19th in the table, but that didn't stop Swansea having a decent opening 20-minute spell against me. So hopefully we can hold off Brighton and their early advances the same way we did the Welsh. And then, fingers crossed, get ourselves a really solid victory. It was 4-0 in the end against Swansea, wasn't it? I think Stan Maximani is in here. We'll pull this back. And Mateus Cunha, oh, if it weren't for the brilliant block of Shane Duffy, would have given us a 1-0 lead. That was excellent defending. We have the best defensive record in the league so far this season, with just 6 goals conceded in 12 games. Weston McKennie has scored recently and tried to have a go to do that again, but again, another Brighton man in the way. They're certainly defending well enough so far, Brighton, but they'll have to keep that up for the full game because we will not stop attacking their goal. Get out. And then to Adams. Forward into McKennie. There's a bit of space there for Jarrod Bowen, I've just noticed. That is a wonderful ball. Man City are 1-0 up against Arsenal, but they've just gone down to 10 men. And we have ourselves a goal now against Brighton. And hopefully Arsenal could turn that around in a scenario that would see us go top. City, even if City win just by a goal to nil, if we can win here by 3, then that would put us top on goal difference. Lovely run by Bowen after, to be fair, superb ball by Weston McKennie. We have a deserved 1-0 lead, but we are hoping to build on that. At this stage of the season, goal difference is very important in keeping us challenging at the top of the table. City, even though they're down to 10 men, don't look like they're going to be dropping any points anytime soon. And we saw how Liverpool bossed things last year, winning 35 of 38 games. We're going to have to do something similar this year if we're to win the title. We will try our absolute best, but we're one step closer if we can hold on to this victory, and hopefully we'll build on it too. That's a lovely ball in. Brandon Cooper with a good clearance as well. Teal, though, gets that to a teammate, but we have been able to get the ball away. That's a nice, smart turn by Cunha, but he's not holding enough to turn off Catena, but he has found me in the process. Cross there to Shackleton. Cunha trying to work some space here. There's McKennie. Tyler Adams. Not sure where to go. Oh, that's a foul. I was just about to pass it across to McKennie. You can see the marks made in the grass there where he's been flattened. Now, Jarrod Bowen could get this in the back of the net here. He does have the odd, incredible free kick in his locker. Oh, it's taken a deflection. I think it was destined for the target at least. Cunha's ended up on the floor in the box. But no second goal for us yet. Oh, come on, Cooper. You have 99 strength. How are you getting out-muscled and falling over against little Neil Maupay? Oh, sometimes you wonder whether stats actually mean anything in FIFA. Good delivery, great delivery. Cooper flicks away. Bowen can't get there to deny Bernardo possession, and Brighton might yet have a chance to equalise before half-time. So good drop of the shoulder by Bernardo, and they'll flick that on. They've hit the post. That hits Cooper and will go out for a corner. Brighton getting very close to that equaliser. Solly March to deliver from the set piece, and that'll be easily enough cleared by Shackleton, but only as far as Teal. Back out to Solly March again. Ball first touch. Good block by Emerson. Can we challenge there? Patania. That's cannoned off McKennie, and that will be 1-0 to us at half-time. But Brighton are capable, and are proving so, of perhaps scoring a goal here. Emerson. Inside there to Shackleton. Good acceleration to get away. Jarrod Bowen is available down the right. And getting... Oh, no, stay on your feet, Jarrod. We were in. Bernardo is going to get a yellow card here. City have, I saw at half-time, taken a 2-goal lead now against Arsenal. So, despite being down to 10 men, they're actually even further in front. I'm going to try and get that in there to Tyler Adams, who could shoot and look for our second, and he's come as close as he possibly could without scoring. Cracking the corner of the bar and post. Win this, please, for Kayo. He did, but not convincingly. Forward there to McKennie. Nice drop of the shoulder into Cunha. Arriving here is Tyler Adams. And we will find him eventually. Oh, and he still doesn't have his goal. Adams hitting the post and bar and post within the space of 2 or 3 minutes of each other. Could he be more unlucky? Can we get it to him again? No. Oh, Jesus, this second goal won't come, will it? If Brighton equalise now, I'll be livid. Win this header, please, Brandon. I think he did, but he headed it straight against the defender. Well up, Emerson. Always going to win that against Neil Maupay. McKennie, Chelsea gone 2-0 up. We need to be wary of teams behind us as well, of course. That we don't find ourselves falling closer into the grasp of them. But we've got our second now. Mateus Cunha buries that nicely. Little bit of daylight. The goal has been coming in this extended highlight, as you've seen. 2 hits of the woodwork, and now a goal. Here's Patania. Baluta, I'm trying to get it off him. He's quite strong, it seems. Baluta, Weston McKennie not able to outmuscle him. Solly March finds him again. Good block by McKennie. Baluta gets the ball free again. Patania, he's on a yellow. They've got a couple of players on a yellow now, actually, haven't they? Patania and Bernardo. And the corner there to Baluta. In the middle here to Solly March. And Maupay draws a good save at the keeper. Buries it the second attempt, but he was offside. That did look like it was close. We'll have a look at the replay just to see how close it was. On the free zone, we're not going to get the chance because they're making a substitution. Tate is coming on for Brighton. They could have found themselves a lifeline there. Solly March has gone off. But unfortunately for them, Maupay couldn't stay on side. Saint-Maximin is on side here. Yappy seemed rather reluctant to chase him there. It's like he'd already given up before it even gone anywhere. Good effort from Bowen, but well blocked. Get it. Looking for Tyler Adams. He's had such a good game, Tyler Adams. He deserves a goal, but he just can't get it. Matthew Ryan denying him on this occasion. Shackleton will deliver the corner underneath this. Matthew Ryan, actually. I'm going to try and knock this back to Tomori just to ensure we keep possession. Actually, nearly gave that away. I didn't see Maupay loitering there. Here's Emerson. Down the line for Shackleton. Bowen is in front of me. Get it back. Oh, to Jarrod Bowen. Committed to an early cross. Tyler Adams wins that header, as it was Emerson that put the ball in towards the middle. Adams, could he get an assist maybe? Oh, nice turn by Shackleton. No, good save by Matthew Ryan again. We are dominating this game. It's never really looked in any doubt other than that brief fight back from Brighton towards the half-time whistle. But that's a goal kick for them. But only 12 minutes to go. Maupay, a goal at the Emirates. Oh, another goal for City. 3-1. Arsenal pulled one back. It was 2-0 at half-time. It's 3-1 to them now. So the goal difference actually isn't going to change at all. With regards us getting closer to City, it's going to remain a 2-goal margin. Unless we can get a third in the final few moments, which we could yet do. And Mateus Cunha, seems to have dropped the shoulder nicely on the second defender, but the first defender wasn't to be fooled. Patania, we're going to have to make sure we don't concede, otherwise City will actually extend their goal advantage over us. Wang Hee-chan inside there to Brereton, and they are building with a little bit of danger here. Here's Jensen. Cross could come in. We won't get the opportunity to score now ourselves. Yappy could cross, and he's going to have to get the ball into the middle if they're going to stand the chance of that goal back. Goal difference for them at the bottom of the table could be important, but they're not going to get the opportunity to actually shoot at all. It's a 2-0 win, a straightforward victory for us. Dominant victory and deserved. Oh, they scored a fourth, City, in the final few moments. So their goal difference actually extends on us by 1, rather than it actually remaining the same. That's really annoying. Team comes first. I can't believe Arsenal went down to 10 men and still conceded another 3 goals. Never in doubt, the win today. And how pleased am I with the team's performance? We could have won by more, certainly. The bar and post having, even just for Tyler Adams, a big part to say as to whether we scored a goal there or not. I'm glad Tyler Wright is happy. He came off the bench there for a small cameo appearance. What was the last one we did? It was centre-back, so we sort of train the goalkeepers next. There's not really much point training anyone at this stage. No one's really going to make any meaningful strides forward, and it is the last season. So that's the situation in the Champions League group right now. If we win, then we'll go within a point at most of either Ajax or Milan. They'll either draw and they'll both be on 10, in which case we'll be within a point of both, or one of them will win and we'll be on level points with the other. So winning for us is very important. If we don't win and they draw, if we lose and they draw, we'll be out of reach from them. If we draw and they draw, then we'll have to beat Milan by a large margin on the final day. Basically, just win, Ches, and then you'll be fine. Let's go to the press conference. Olin is in good form. Rotation is key, and he'll be back into the starting lineup today. We did win. Oh, what? I expect to show force. That's what I thought was going to be a positive thing. Okay, that's annoying. Does your team underestimate its opponents? No. Underestimating the opponent is not a good idea. That's not a negative thing to say. It's a good response there. My lads will play well anyway. I don't know why some of the questions have odd negative connotations from replying in that particular fashion. Regardless, let's jump into this next game then and go and batter CSKA Moscow. CSKA Moscow starting 11. Looking slightly different from when they last played us. No Mario Fernandez on the right hand side. It's Obliakov that finds himself on the right wing. Outside of that, it looks fairly familiar. Definitely the same formation. We got a win last time. And they've lost every single Champions League group stage game so far, CSKA Moscow. So you'd like to think that that will continue here. Victory would give us one massive step towards qualifying for the knockout stages. I am very intrigued to see what happens between Ajax and AC Milan. Wait and see. But for now, quite happy to push on as things are. And Renato Sanchez, very nearly gives us a dream start. But it's past the post on this occasion. With that, well up Militao. He got to it well, didn't necessarily aim it very well, unfortunately. And Sigurdsson could play the ball down the line there for Obliakov. Daniel Marlin is so quick, but seemingly unable to still get the foot in on the ball. Now then, Obliakov whips in well, Engel punches. We don't want to afford any slip-ups in this game. Gotten ourselves back into a great vein of form, and we just need to keep that going in all competitions. Daniel Marlin, I'll pull this back. Oh, it was meant for all, and it's found Renato Sanchez. Jadon Sancho, early ball through. He's onside, and he has another goal, Jadon Sancho. Not quite scoring as many as some expected him to on the right-hand side of our midfield so far this season. But still contributing where needed. Nice ball through just as he was about to break the offside line. That's a smart finish. Pleased with that. Jadon Sancho makes it 1-0. That's exactly what we needed when we needed it. In the 19th minute, and his first goal of the Champions League campaign this season, we have ourselves a 1-0 lead. Sigurdsson down the line to Obliakov. Cross could come in. Oh, he's dropped the shoulder. Is he trying to do a little bit too much there, Obliakov? He's found Akhmatov. And there is space on the edge of the box. Beal with a nice ball to Ndiaye. They're playing the ball about really well here. And that would have been a superb goal. The way they worked it, deserved it. But unfortunately for them, it's not going to be. Now, can Tyler Roberts get on the end of that? We might be able to take a 2-0 lead at the other end if he had a little bit more strength. But Diviv does well. And Renato brings that down nicely. Calvert's going to have to get to that first. Nice ball through. And, oh, he might be offside there, Tyler Roberts. He isn't. Oh, I kind of rushed the shot a little bit because I thought that he was. Play to the whistle, Ches. Could quite easily have been 2-0 there. Could quite easily have been 1-1 at the other end. That was a ridiculously well put together move. And if it weren't for a very good save from Engel from close range, we'd have been pegged back level. And we still could be. Kusheyev in behind. Nice tackle by Ben White. And we'll get rid of it too. Ooh, things getting a little bit nervy now. Jadon Sancho can't find Renato Sanchez with his pass. That's a very good delivery in. Eder Militao with a header away on this occasion. Orlan to Jadon. Nope, not to Jadon Sancho. To Tyler Roberts. Oh, good header by Sabuya. Oh, it's getting a bit stretched now, but end to end. A little bit scrappy. No one's really doing much positive work in possession. Calvin trying his hardest. Oh, come on. Let's get the ball off them and actually build and get a second goal. We needed a... Well, no, we didn't need a second goal against Brighton, but I felt towards the end of the first half that we might have needed it. And they're still going here, and Engel makes another good save. And Ndiaye takes it off for a goal kick. They're getting closer here, Moscow. I'm not sure what the score is so far in the game between Ajax and Milan. There's been no news of it over the in-game commentary. So we'll wait and see at half-time what the scoreline is there. I kind of hope they're drawing, to be honest. So we stand a chance of maybe going above both of them if we win on our final day. So we really don't need to worry about not going through. And we're chasing, or potentially finishing above 2, not just 1. Tyler Roberts, smart turn. Finished that. Good save. Orlan could get to that, has done, but can't turn it on target. Well, there's the half-time whistle. Let's see now what the scoreline is between Ajax and Milan. And hopefully they're drawing. They're not actually playing. Even better. Ndiaye. Back to Akhmetov. Sigurdsson. They're starting the second half from the front foot here. But they've been caught out there. And we could maybe catch them now and score this second goal that we've been trying to get all bloody game. It just won't seem to come. If Orlan can get himself into the box, he could get on the end of this. He has done. But it's a tame header. That was a good opportunity. He had some space to get into there, Orlan. Can Hakimi get to that? No, he can't. Now he's well out of position. And Ben White is going to have to deal with this on the far side. Vlasic actually has support on the near side now from Robliakov. And look at the amount of CSK Moscow bodies sort of flooding forward there. 4 just waiting in the middle. 2 more now arriving from midfield as well. Akhmetov will get tackled here nicely by Militao. We'll try and get rid of it. But he just can't get it out of his feet in time. Engel saves again. And we clear away. How many times has Engel saved us like that in just this game alone? Militao trying to power up the clearance to get rid of it. And very nearly gave an opportunity for them for a goal. Marlon, I've got options here. I'll pull it back to Orlan. Oh, I meant for Renato, Jadon Sancho. Can't get past the defender. That was meant for Renato Sanchez because it was a lovely run from him. But Orlan just decided not to play it to him. Calvin Phillips can't quite keep that in. We've got Tottenham Hotspur at home next. But we need to get victory here first. 1 game at a time for us. For probably the rest of the entire season. That's all we can do because we've so many competitions we're involved in. Fingers crossed we can get victory against Tottenham, followed by victory against Forest. And we will get ourselves the opportunity to win all 4 trophies this season. Sancho in there to Roberts, forward to Orlan. Oh, but can't get past the defender. His second goal isn't coming easy. Obliakov down the wing for CSK Moscow. He's done Malacia there. Cross could come in and does so. Keeper comes to punch and it'll be a corner. I'm making a change. Bowen is coming on for Orlan and Marlon will move up top and Bowen will come on wide left. Kuchayev to deliver here and away please. Jadon Sancho, he didn't get to the header thankfully. Oh, the keeper didn't have to as it went wide. I thought for a minute he just pushed that out for another corner there. Phillips will look for Jared Bowen here. And actually, I'm just going to burst into that space. And Marlon can make the run outside of me now. They've ended up actually swapping wings. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Jadon Sancho comes up big when we need him. Brilliant volley. Sensational goal for Jadon Sancho. A spectacular performance from him as well. 2 goals and 3 points for us, both coming from the right foot of Jadon Sancho. That one, just as impressive as the first. Thunderous volley. And we have ourselves a 2-0 lead. 7 minutes to go. We're doing what we have to. Biol. Oh, nice tackle by Calvin Phillips. Biol just rides it, though, and then comes forward. And Vlasic could get this out wide here to Sigurdsson. And they might still get one. No, they're not going to. Oh, they might yet. Sigurdsson into the middle. Vlasic down to Obliakov. And Ben White intercepts brilliantly. Superb defending at the end to protect that clean sheet. And a brace from Jadon Sancho sees us get a vital 3 points in the Champions League. Now we're going to need to do that again in the Premier League to ensure that we stay challenging at the top of the table. What I'll check as we get to the game against Tottenham, what the Champions League group looks like. Orlan continuing his good run of form, but let's not get too carried away. He didn't get a goal today. 2 goals from Jadon Sancho's very impressive performance from him. Arguably his best performance of his time here at Leeds United so far. Not sure actually what sort of figures he's putting up, Jadon Sancho. Let's have a look, shall we? Jadon Sancho has 4 goals and 7 assists. I didn't realise he had quite as many assists. He might not be scoring as often as we might like, but he's certainly contributing as often as possible. So we can't really ask for more from him right now. Playing really well. We are still, as you can see, second in the table. It's looking like a 2-horse race at the moment, although Chelsea, Liverpool and Manchester United trying to cling on. But it's +5 in their favour now, goal difference, Manchester City. Really, really frustrating that they keep pulling that away. We are going to have to do it on points. Everybody's fit enough to play the next game. Let's have a quick look at that Champions League group table then. And what's the situation there? Ajax won against Milan. So Milan are above us on goal difference, meaning we will definitely have to win. On the final day. It was unlikely that it was going to be the other way around, but if Milan had beaten Ajax, then we'd probably be above them and could perhaps have gotten away with a draw. But we knew really that a win in every single remaining Champions League game would get us through, and that still remains the case. And hopefully we can get another win here in the Premier League against Tottenham to keep up that pressure on Manchester City. Right then, Tottenham. João Virginia in goal again. Walker-Peters, Diallo, Nunez and Ben Davies. Tolisso and Adrien Rabiot in their midfield. Moura, Munain and Diaby with Osimhen up top. A number of new signings in there for Tottenham. Timo Werner on the bench this time. Kind of glad about that, to be honest. Although Osimhen is still going to be a very difficult striker to play against. Let's get 3 points, boys. Good header by Ben White. Renato could challenge. Rabiot considerably and comfortably the taller of the two there. Ben Davies forward to Osimhen. A draw would take us to the top of the table, Martin Tyler, but Manchester City would also have a game to play. So I doubt a draw would take us to the top of the table. I don't think City are dropping points anytime soon. That's half the reason why we're finding ourselves needing to win every single game. It's not a case of we need to win every single game to try and catch up with those in front of us like it has been in previous games. It's we have to win every single game just to stay with the teams we're already level with. Such is the difference in quality between the Champions League spots and the battle for the title. Renato Sanchez in behind. The angle is narrowing. Oh, but the deflection off the defender may well have taken that in. I think the initial shot from Sanchez might have been headed wide, just as was the case with his chance at the beginning of the last game. Will it go down as an own goal, or was it genuinely on target to start off with? I'm not sure. We'll have a look. Hopefully get a decent replaying of this. Could be the angle, and yes. Or no, it is going in. Even from that angle, it actually looked like it might not have taken a deflection. I'm not sure. Certainly bent back towards goal there. If it didn't take a deflection, that's a hell of a finish from Renato Sanchez to get the movement in the ball like that while sprinting at full pace. It's outrageous We lead by a goal to nil against Tottenham Hotspur, who actually aren't having the best of seasons. It was Southampton that were in 6th, and I can't recall where Tottenham actually were in the table, but not anywhere near the top of the table. Certainly not in the European spots, that's for sure. So I don't know if actually they're having a rather poor season. Hopefully we can compound the misery if they are. They might have games in hand, of course, which is why they might not be where you would expect them to be in the table. But Tyler Roberts could make this too, and has done a quick-fire double. And we're really stamping our authority on this game now. We need results like this. We just cannot stop. We haven't stopped, and City aren't stopping. This has to be what we do in every single episode to ensure that we win titles this year. Because City aren't going to drop pace. So we can't either. 2-0 leads. So into Renato. Across to Calvin Phillips. We are dominating possession, as you can see. Dominating the scoreline too, with half an hour played. It's been pretty convincing thus far. He coming in with a lovely ball to Lucas Moura. Well, actually, can't deal with that. It's a good ball in, but Engel has been on fire today. Superb performances from him in every game so far. I have put him into the rotation 11 as per your request to try and help him get the Golden Glove this year. Obviously, he didn't play as many games last year because when we rotated the 11, we rotated the keeper as well, and Miller played. But you guys asked that Engel play every game, whether it played or sim. Obviously, having a 90 rated goalkeeper in goal over an 81 rated would probably make us a better prospect for simulated games as well. So it's certainly the right thing to do. I just didn't want to be so harsh as to drop other people when we have other players that would be desperate for first team football too. But I'm quite happy to put Stefan Engel in. Get this round the corner here. And maybe we can grab a third and seal it before half time. Walker Peters is keeping with Daniel Marlin there. Lovely delivery though. Diallo heads away, however, and we can't get a third goal yet. Osimhen back there to Lucas Moura. There's not long left in this first half. It's been a first half dominated by Leeds United, and it's going to be a first half that ends with Leeds United domination. But will it end with a Leeds United goal? Perhaps so. Oh, I tried to just drop the shoulder on Nunez, and it didn't quite work. It'll be 2-0 at the break. Osimhen through the gap. Strike comfortably saved by Engel. It wasn't as close to the corner as it could or should have been. Lucas Moura goes off and Ryan Sessegnon will come on for Tottenham. I don't know whether that will be the move that they need to get themselves back in this game. Renato will just hack that away, and it very nearly fell kindly for Daniel Marlin there. Here's Munayin. Back to Diallo. Cross here to Adrien Rabiot. Ben Davies. Decent left foot to cross with, but not able to cross with it yet. Diaby has barely been involved, actually, thinking about it. I don't think I've barely said his name at all. Here's Rabiot again. Back to Diaby. Spurs have had a lot of the ball, as you can see, top left. But they're not really doing anything with it. It's all of this side-to-side quick 1-2 stuff, but none of it's actually leading to anything, which I'm quite happy about, to be completely honest. We will make a change. Let's bring Cunha on at cam. And Bowen on the right-hand side. Make those changes for now. Let's see what we can do in the remaining 25 minutes. Osimhen went off for them. I didn't actually see who came on. Oh, Timo Werner, of course. Well, that will make things more difficult. Diaby, Rabiot, if this goes in, if it weren't for a good save by Engel, it would have done. Phenomenal stop from the keeper again. We really have relied on him of late, haven't we? More so than we usually have to. Can we get rid of that, please? Not properly. Diaby down to Munayin, who's onside. And here's Diaby again. Munayin away by Militao. Only as far as Diallo. He's not going to score from distance. Cunha lift this to Bowen. Substitute to substitute. Oh, I tried to just dink it past Ben Davies and it didn't quite work. Diaby inside. Nicely to Ika Munayin to Diaby again. And again, comfortable for Engel. Munayin off for Tottenham. Who's on for them in his place? Patrick Cutrone. Striker for attacking midfielder. They might have changed their formation. Orland, tried to squeeze that through. Couldn't do it. Time's running out for Tottenham, but I mean, we scored 2 goals in quick succession. There's no reason they can't, especially with Timo Werner and Cutrone on the field. And I've got Diaby in behind here. Oh, Bournemouth. They're not playing City, are they? No, they're playing Liverpool. Wow. Bournemouth 2, Liverpool 0. That's going to fall free, and he couldn't miss. Tottenham could find themselves back in it. Corentin Tolisso tucks home into an empty net. Was there a mix-up between keeper and defender there? No. Engel has just punched it straight to Corentin Tolisso. There's nothing I can do about that. 8 minutes to go. Now things are getting a little bit nervy. Please don't make this 2-2. Cutrone. Tolisso. Cutrone again. Oh, it's a nice drop of the shoulder, you know. Rabiot to Cutrone again. Tolisso. Rabiot. Did Engel save that? Wow. He may well have been the reason for them scoring their first. But that was a stunning fingertip save. And that save might well have won us the game. Him ballsing up for their first goal might well have cost us the game, but he's then made up for that error by pulling off a spectacular stop. And Orland could be through. I tell you who is through. Oh, Mateus Cunha. But was it Daniel Marlon? No, it would have been Cunha. I brought Cunha off the bench, didn't I? But he wasn't needed in the end, and we do win by 2-1. But that was not comfortable at the end. Not for most of the second half. Wow. Whew. Those stats say everything, really, don't they? Spurs domination, but we get the result. I was kind of lucky to have been able to do that there. You won, but Tottenham closed the gap. A good lesson in how to rely on Engel a lot. Were you concerned? I mean, I was, but I'll say I wasn't. Tolisso was a good player. We just played our game. Unfortunately, our game wasn't that good on that occasion, but we still come away with 3 points. But it's absolutely vital that we do keep up the goal-scoring and game-winning vein of form, because City aren't slowing down. We have to be at 100% constantly to stand a chance. Cunha says he's wanting to play. Well, you are going to play, Mateus, so I shall consider it and I shall play you. Please do a good thing. They lost 4-0 to Liverpool and lost to Everton as well, but they just beat Watford and now they're 1-0 up against me after 3 minutes. Nottingham Forest. Jared Bowen, though, equalises quickly. That makes me slightly more confident. If that game had gone on, or this game had gone on much longer than half-time, with it still 1-0, I'd have been quite concerned that we weren't going to get the result. Bowen grabs the second. Are the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup looming for us again? For back-to-back seasons, Bowen misses the chance of a hat-trick, but it doesn't cost us the game. We are through to the semis of the Carabao Cup. We got to the final last year and ballsed it up by losing 4-0 to Arsenal. City just don't stop. Please, City, stop! Ah, Jesus Christ. Swansea. Oh! 4 points for Swansea. Go on, lads. They lost 12 and then they've won 1 and drawn 1 since. What did they get? We beat them 4-0. They lost to Arsenal 1-0. Who did they beat? Villa! They beat fellow relegation threatened side Villa 2-1 and then drew with fellow relegation threatened side Brighton. So taking points off teams around them. Oh, maybe a Swansea revival is on the way. I'm not sure, but hopefully we can keep our run going. When do we face City? Not till February. Rather busy time between now and then. We've got Liverpool in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. That's a pain in the arse. Who else is in the other half of the draw? Arsenal and Chelsea. Well, I would have preferred Arsenal, but I preferred Arsenal in the final last year and I fucked that up, didn't I? Yeah, busy is December and January. Very busy. And the FA Cup game hasn't been scheduled yet. Okay, we'll head into December tomorrow. Leicester, followed by AC Milan and Palace. And then 4 games in the episode after that. In fact, I might sim Forest away, Newcastle at home. I'm not sure how we'll do it. But 3 games and 4 games over the next couple of episodes. But second is the place for us. But joint first at the same time. So hopefully City will eventually drop some bloody points, please. If not, we'll just have to keep winning and then beat them and then we'll go above them. Jesus Christ. It's a two-horse race at present, and it's going to go all the way, it seems. But for now, we're doing what we have to. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully tomorrow we can get ourselves through to the knockout stages of the Champions League, and I'll see you then.